Perfect. That's right.
That sounds like a song.
It should be, honestly. I think you might have inspired me. I might work on that tonight. I love the striped pants, by the way. Stripes, good look. How are you?
Hey,
You doing all right? Do you work in the building?
I do a messenger.
Oh, okay. Okay. Do you want to have a chat?
Sure, I suppose I could chat for a bit.
Sure. Well, by all means,
Oh, okay.
pop a squat.
Hey, thanks.
You mind if I put this on you for content?
So what is that? Why? What is that for?
You don't have to. It's just an option. I have a YouTube channel, and I like to post some of the interesting conversations on my channel.
Yeah, you have. I'm sorry. What channel?
A YouTube channel.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness.
So it's totally fine if you don't want to. We can just off the record have a
I
chat.
don't think I would have anything interesting enough to.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure. You already seem very interesting to me, at least.
Oh,
But again, it's your choice. We don't have to. But if you're okay with it, I can just clip this on and we can just have a chat.
Where would you put it, on my lunchbox or?
Here, if you don't.
Like on my collar thing?
Yep. Is that okay?
Okay, I suppose. I don't know. I've never done that.
No, you're good. So what's on your mind?
Oh my goodness. On my mind.
How about this? I have like little icebreaker questions.
Oh, I like icebreakers.
Your opinion, top 3 best seats, right? So you have all kinds of chairs. You have gaming chairs. You have, beanbag chairs. You have, restaurant booths. You have a particular seat you like to sit on?
A particular seat. Oh, that's a good one.
Thanks.
I like that. Top seats. I don't like the taller ones.
Okay.
Because I'm always afraid I might tip over.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
That's
know,
valid.
like these type of stools. If it's lower, it's okay, I suppose. But
This is a good height for you.
this height.
Now
is
we're not
good.
concerned.
I'm not too concerned.
Okay. Good.
I mean, I guess I like booths.
Mm-hmm. A good restaurant booth.
Yeah, I mean, beanbags are fun.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen them. I guess I've used them before. Oh, guess what? You know what? This is a couple years back I think it was Christmas or something.
Mm-hmm.
My nieces and nephews, they gave this thing to me, and it was, you had to blow it up, and then it lights up too.
Oh, really?
And it had this remote control thing. And my mother got the biggest kick out of it.
Really?
And she's like, oh, I like this better than this other little gift they gave me or whatever it was.
It was like an inflatable chair?
It was an inflatable chair. It was
That's sick.
Oh yeah, right?
Yeah, I would love an inflatable chair.
Oh, it was riot. It was so fun just to see my mother just jump right in there and just get a laugh out of it.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll hit you with another one. In your opinion, what's your definition of success?
Success? Okay, my opinion. Okay, for success is to find goodness in people, and and if you can, make somebody smile every day.
Wow, I love that.
I think
that.
That's my opinion in success.
Wow.
So.
That's amazing. I love that answer.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Anything on your mind at all? Anything that you find yourself thinking about pretty often and just kind of want to get off your chest?
Oh my goodness, there's so much I can't tell you where to start. So it's and in this environment, I don't think I can. Shoot,
We're in a safe space. It's just you and me right here, right now.
Okay, well, for example, I like poetry.
Oh, okay.
And sometimes, it's fun to rhyme, but and I used to do, years ago when I was younger, I used to do very in a journal type thing, but I can't do that anymore because I have arthritic hands. That's kind of annoying. And I don't I mean, I, I love the term tree huggers, because I like to hug trees. But see, I'm trying to stay away from like, how do you say? Because I work in a political environment.
Right.
Is that, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So you kind of want to be politically correct, right?
Yeah. My sister actually went to the march in New York City. She lives in New York.
Oh wow. How are you guys far? Like for example, I have two sisters, but they're
Okay.
12 years older than me.
Wow,
So
really?
are you close? Like, are you guys close in
So
age?
I have like a sister who's 6 years older, and then my oldest sister is 7 years older.
Oh wow.
And then my brother's 3 years older.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Okay.
So
Yeah, my sisters they're twins.
really,
So,
guess what? My sister she has 2 twin boys.
Really? Oh my
Yes.
goodness. Yeah, it's funny you mentioned that. My sister that is a twin has a set of twins as well.
Oh, is that right?
So I'm nervous.
Wow.
I'm nervous to have children because
Oh,
I
'cause
have
what
a
if-
daughter, but
Oh,
I'm
okay.
nervous. I think the chances of twins in my
You
family are
might
very
have
likely.
twins again. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
I don't know if I'd be prepared for that.
That-
To be
oh.
honest.
It was, I think in the beginning it was a lot for them to handle, but I mean, it's really fun to watch them grow up.
Yeah, for
to
sure.
see how their personalities are different, and even though I think it's they look so much alike at sometimes, but then it's like, at first my sister couldn't tell, are they fraternal twins or like they took a test to see if they were identical and found out they were.
Oh wow.
But one of the twins, so one of them has blue eyes, but the other one has a little bit of like green in his eye, and the other part is like blue, and then the rest
Wow.
of it is blue or something.
Wow, that's really cool. So there's
Yeah.
like kind of multicolored eyes.
Kind of. I
Wow.
guess there's a name for it, but I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I don't know either, to be honest. But it sounds cool. I've grown up wishing like I had like a unique kind of look to me like that, like freckles or like a mole or different color eyes would be cool.
Oh
but,
yeah. Oh, I know, right?
So
I grew up wishing I had a twin or something.
yeah, definitely. Like me having siblings so far apart in age, I kind of felt like an only child growing up.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Sure.
But it's also has its benefits, right? I have people in my life that aren't parents, but can kind of play a similar role.
Yes, like
without
a
it being so
mentor
strict.
role
Right,
almost.
exactly.
Yes,
So
yes.
it's kind of nice.
It is
I
kinda
have an
nice.
appreciation for that for sure.
Oh, yeah, that's wonderful.
So what brings you in here today?
So here, I actually work here. I'm a messenger.
Yep. You mentioned that. So you're working.
Yes, coming up to September, I'll be here 21 years.
Wow.
Yes.
That's amazing. You have a very long career here.
Thank you. Well, somehow I get lost very often, and even like so.
Are you on a break right now, or
I'm
your
on
lunch?
my lunch break. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm honored for you to be spending it with me right now. A
Well,
portion
thank
of
you.
it.
Thank you.
What do you have for lunch?
It's an honor to talk with you.
Thank you. What do you have for lunch today?
I have a yogurt, some kind of drink, like a seltzer drink. Can't remember what else. There's oranges in there, and I think that was it.
Sounds nutritious.
Yeah, might have some potato chips when I get home.
Yeah.
Or popcorn.
Nice. I'm a
They
big
both
popcorn fan.
Alliteration for you.
Yeah. Absolutely. Is there anything else you would like to talk about?
I find like when you're in such like a chaotic time like this, with the just politically and whatnot, I think music is soothing. But or just also, I always wanted to learn sign language. I knew a little bit, like the man who used to work where I when he retired, I don't want to say I took his place because no one can replace anybody, but I worked in our department after him, so so he was deaf, and so he tried to teach some people. I heard in the office sign language and a little bit and all.
Wow. Yeah.
And then I guess one of my supervisors, he would help her drive and like move her car around. My mother's like, how could he drive if he can't hear? And I was like, I don't know.
Yeah. Wow.
But-
Wow. That's amazing. So he was deaf and driving. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's tough because you know, how are you gonna hear a car beeping at you?
Yeah,
If you're,
yeah.
you know, about to,
for sure.
you know. But yeah, I guess he made it work.
Yeah, he
That's
did.
amazing.
He made it work. for
That's
sure.
amazing. Yeah, that goes to show, you know, certain disabilities aren't necessarily restrictions.
Right, like for example, I mean, I'll share with you. I guess I have the program I work in it's a specific program for people who have disabilities of some sort, and so like everybody has something a little bit.
Yeah, yeah, for sure, sure.
You know. So.
Yeah, absolutely. I have worked with kids with autism.
Oh, okay, that's interesting. Yeah.
And they say everybody is on the spectrum, you know, somewhere.
That's
everybody has
interesting.
their,
Really. Okay.
you know, similar, like they call it stemming, where
Stemming?
like autistic kids will kind of like have to tap on something,
Oh,
you know, a
right,
certain
right.
number of times or do
Yes,
certain
yes.
things a certain way. So I don't know if you remember, like for me growing up, walking to school, I would have to like step twice on each block of sidewalk.
Oh,
Things
right,
like
right.
that.
Yeah.
So you know, one wouldn't necessarily diagnose me as autistic.
No,
but,
I know what you mean. Sure.
But that's, you know, that was my way of stemming.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
and everybody has a thing, you know, that's like finger taps, you know, rocking. These are all signs of stemming. So I think that's what they mean by everybody's on the spectrum somewhere.
Someplace or other.
Yeah, it's either, you know, you have people that, you know, are highly functioning or people that are nonverbal and use communication devices. You know what I mean? It's a
Yes,
very large
there's
range.
very large spectrum.
That's right.
There
That's
is.
right. That's right.
Absolutely.
So I usually give people about a 10-minute mark to
do you
where
have any more icebreakers
um
or anything
let me think. I'm
or any
thinking.
more milk? I like to think of opposites.
Oh, okay. That's I like that.
What can you melt with? Melt before I have to head back.
All right. Can you tell me the last time you ate something and was blown away by the
I'm
taste?
sorry, what was the last bit?
Can you tell me the last time you ate something and was blown away by the taste? Something that really was
Like, okay.
delicious and was like, I gotta have this again.
Oh, God, have it again. Oh, man. I really like popcorn. I mean,
Is
I
there
don't know.
like is it like movie theater popcorn or like is there a specific type of? Do you like kettle corn? Do you like sweet popcorn?
Just
Just standard buttered popcorn?
no, like, well, if I did go to the movie theater, like, I don't like it with butter anymore, or the salt or whatever. But and also when I was little, growing up, this we lived kind of out in a rural area, so we'd find these wild strawberries, and they'd be really tiny, and so we'd make homemade ice cream. You know, this was years ago, but it was, you know, my dad, he would be the one doing the cranking, and he'd be like, "Come on, kids,
Wow.
get in there and help out."
Wow, that's amazing.
But like, that was fun to do, you know, and yeah, so.
That sounds really fun. I've made homemade ice cream one time, and my grandmother had me put out a bucket when we were expecting a snowstorm, and she was just like, put a bucket out there overnight, and we're gonna make some ice cream in the morning.
Oh, well,
so
that's
we
great.
got fresh snow and used the fresh snow to make ice cream. It was delicious.
Oh, that's so fun.
Yeah, I really
Yeah.
I didn't even really remember that until you brought your ice cream story up. So thank you for unlocking that pleasant memory of
Oh,
mine.
absolutely.
I appreciate that.
Oh, for sure.
I should probably give her a call later now that I'm thinking of her. And just tell her I love
that's
her.
sweet.
She lives
Oh,
in
you're
Olive
lucky
State.
you still have grandparents still with you. You know?
Yes, I want to thank you
Well, thank
very,
you
very
so
much
much
for having a chat with me.
I enjoyed chatting with you.
Yes, I thoroughly enjoyed myself. I appreciate you. Can you tell me your
Yeah.
name?
Well, my full name is Catherine, but people call me by my nickname is Katie or
Katie.
Kate or
Katie or
Kate.
Kate?
Yes.
Well, I'm Isaiah.
Isaiah.
Friends call me Billy.
Billy?
Like Billy, but with a V.
Oh, really? I like that.
And it was a pleasure and honor getting to know you.
It was a pleasure and honor.
Yes, I hope to see you
as
again.
well.
Yes, thank you. Are you all right with me using the content?
I'm all right with it. If you are.
Yeah, of course. I think we had a great conversation.
I think
Thanks
so
again.
too.
I appreciate it. You have a great one, okay?
And,
Enjoy your day.
and your name again is
Isaiah or Billy. You can call me
Isaiah
Billy.
or Billy.
Yeah. All right. Have a great one. W conversation, bro. One down. Huh? Good.
I was going to say, you got a lot of trust in the people of Albany leaving your phone up in the middle
Ah,
of the
yeah.
concourse.
A bit risky for sure. So far, so good. We're doing all right. Take it easy. I'm depending on you, bro. Yeah. Hello. How are you? How you doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm great. Thanks for asking.
What's going on in your mind?
What's on my mind? Are you reversing it on me? Do you mind if I put a mic on you for content? You hit me with the Uno reverse card.
Yes.
Is that good?
Yeah.
All right. Jeez, what's on my mind? I'm a little sleepy. I should have got more sleep last night.
Oh yeah, we always like that.
But other than that, I'm hungry.
Yeah.
I started something called alternate day fasting.
Okay.
So it's where I basically eat a certain amount of calories every other day.
Okay.
So I haven't eaten yet today.
So you're
And
hungry?
I'm not necessarily hangry.
Uh-huh.
I'm aware that I could eat.
Yeah. My grandpa is, God love him, he's going to be 94 this summer. And
Wow.
so he will tell you, like, he's like, oh, I didn't realize how hungry I was until I took the first bite. Because of his memory loss, he doesn't quite remember if he eats or snacks.
Wow.
So it's
Wow.
always just like, you should always have snacks around just to show that you might be a little hungry. but-
Wow, so he would forget that he didn't eat and not
Yeah.
realize how hungry until he
Yeah.
started eating.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's crazy when you get older and the memory just, you think that's stuff like that. So.
Yeah, I feel like I'm on a bad track. My memory's already not the greatest.
Oh yeah,
so-
no, I have 101 tabs open, so I'm sure if I
Yeah,
close a
same.
few, then like others will just keep spinning, and
Yeah.
I have no idea what they even are at this
Yeah.
point. But
Yeah, I definitely got I'm a big note taker. My notes are filled with,
yes,
things to remember.
and do we remember them? Sometimes.
Sometimes.
I'm really bad at writing down when I need at the grocery store and completely forgetting the list, and so it's just
Yeah, yep.
a
That's,
habit that I'm sure I'll never break.
Yep.
Just leaving it in somewhere.
That's actually, I think that was one of the things that made me do notes on my phone, because I would take notes, I would write
Yes.
it, make a list, and forget it.
I know. I got a new phone, and it's part of being older and technology. I'm like, why has everything changed? Because
Yeah.
I don't like my clipboard's not there anymore. I copy and paste it. I'm just like, where are my notes?
Yeah,
Like it's always for
100%.
Sure. Are you doing this all day?
I usually stay out for 2 hours
Okay.
every Monday.
Every Monday.
And I go to a different location every
Okay.
Monday. I just happen to be at the same location back to back. I was here last week,
Oh, okay.
but it's just I saw it was a rainy day, so
Yeah.
I like to be outside. But since it was raining, I figured I'd come in here.
Do people come down and
stay
sit
dry.
talk?
You are my second conversation today,
Okay.
and usually I get about within 2 hours I get about 2 or 3,
People?
maybe 4 conversations.
Yeah.
So
What are
just
you
love
hoping to accomplish with it? Like just to show people what they're thinking about randomly? Just
No, it's not really for me.
Okay.
The idea really came because I've been in positions to where I wanted to kind of get something off my chest or just
Yeah.
talk to somebody
Yeah.
and had nobody to talk to.
No, yeah, and everyone deserves somebody to talk to. I'm a very big advocate of free therapy.
Yeah.
Because I live in New York State, I have free therapy from the county because I was a victim of a crime, and I think that
Wow.
that's a great thing to have. I also just think it's ironic that I had to be a victim of a crime
Right.
in order to get free therapy, which is
Wow.
always a hard tongue twister.
Wow.
But yeah, everyone deserves somebody to talk to. You know,
Wow. Yeah.
it's important because
Yeah.
we can't keep it bottled up and stuff.
Absolutely. That's crazy that you experienced that.
Yeah, no, it's yeah.
Was it a long time ago or?
It happened in 2016. His sentence ended September of last year. I was a victim
Wow.
of a sex crime, so it
Oh,
was
no.
I advocate for victims and survivors because
Yeah, absolutely.
no one should ever have to go through the court system, but when you
Right.
do, you realize how long and tedious and sometimes bullshit it is.
Right. Wow.
I think New York State does a great job of at least making sure victims and survivors of crimes, are taken care of in that sense, with like little different things. Like I have PTSD, obviously, still, that causes me to teeth grind, and so I'm getting a mouth guard, and so I can send them my receipts, and they can deduct or reverse me some of that.
Wow.
Because they know it's stemmed from my PTSD.
Right,
So
right.
there's, there are things that like, New York State updated the law that says that, called rape, which was great because what happened to me wasn't called that. And it's like the old laws used to kind of mask what it was, and now at least getting the language right is,
Wow.
important. I do Take Back the Night is a thing that Albany County, it's all over everywhere, but Albany County does their Take Back the Night with the Crime Victims Unit, and I always go speak, so it'll be like my 8th year speaking,
Wow,
because I know
that's
that
amazing.
it's hard for people to open up and talk about what happened to me, and I'm very honest about it. I tell people, like, it's okay to have a bad day. You know what I mean? Like, we're not perfect. No perfect survivor exists. No perfect victim exists. So it's just, if you have that day where you don't want to engage with the world, then just sit in your bed and chill and do what makes you, happy.
A little mental health day. Yeah.
Mental health day. Everyone deserves that. So,
Yeah, 100%. That's
Yeah.
amazing. I can tell you're a very strong individual. And
Yeah, it's I will be very honest though, like it's crazy because I am just a human trying to survive trauma that happened to me, and I can get overwhelmed when people come up to me after I speak and they're just they think I'm a superhero, and I'm like, I'm not a superhero. I am just like, I don't know if I'm gonna be okay after I'm done speaking. I might just want to crawl in my bed and cry with a thing of Thin Mints. That's so but it's to show other people that, like, it's again, like, okay not to be okay. It's okay to, each day is a different day. Each day I wake up is a day that my rape didn't kill me. So I know that is something that I get up and, whether I don't think about it, I just get up and go do my work, go do whatever I got to do. But I know each day is a day that my trauma didn't cause me not to not want to be here. So.
let me tell you something. You might not have super strength, or you maybe can't fly, but you're at the very least inspiring. You've inspired me.
Oh, thank you.
And I think you should be proud of that.
I am proud of that.
Yeah,
I am proud of that. It's, you don't know who you inspire or change. I never wanted to be an influencer. Like, influence isn't something that I like it. I go, but inspiring those is something completely different. So
100%. 100%.
I do circus aerial art stuff, like the Circus Soleil stuff. And
Really?
I started that at 35. I just turned 40 and have the time of my life doing it. And I'm
Wow.
telling everyone, it's never too late to start anything new or
That's
to
right.
try anything crazy.
That's right. That's right. Wow.
I wasn't physically fit to do it, but I started to do it, and now I can do it, and it's so much fun. So
do you
it's always,
do you perform somewhere, or do you like?
I do. Depending on what. I think in June there might be a performance that might be happening at the Egg. I think we're still in production to figure out what that's going on, but I do like different showcases. I do the hoop. I also do competitions for pole. This is a lot of fun to create a routine. I do the entertainment category, so it's fun to have like some comedy while you're performing. And anytime there's a showcase or we need to like promote something, there's a hoop, I'm down.
Wow,
It's a
wow.
good time.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
Yeah.
I like to ask everybody a question.
Sure.
I have a fun one and I have a serious one.
Okay.
Which one do you want?
I can take either.
Okay.
I'll do both if you need. I've got the time.
Okay, sure. So the fun one is, I like to ask people what their top 3 favorite seats are.
Seats?
So you have like beanbag chairs, you have
Oh.
restaurant booths, you have gamer chairs,
Okay.
theater chairs.
So I've seen a gamer chair, but I haven't really been in one. My favorite seat will always have to be somewhere where I am involved in a city council meeting, whether it be in place or in Zoom, because it's a seat at the table to have a conversation.
Wow.
My second favorite seat is this seat I sit currently at the board of directors of the NYCLU. I sit both on the statewide and the local chapter, so I'm very involved in civil liberties and rights, and to make sure that everyone knows what they are. So those are my favorite seats.
Wow.
And my third one would have to be I would say any seat next to my grandpa. Yeah, like
I love that.
Even with my grandparents, my grandma unfortunately died 2 years ago, but like my grandparents are the loves of my life, and so anytime I get to sit next to them and just like learn from history, or just to hear my grandpa's laugh. My grandpa has like the greatest laugh of all time. I might be biased, but that's fine. But just to sit next to 93 years of soon be 94 of just life and laughter, and so those are my favorite seats.
I love that answer. Most people, go based off of
Listen,
comfortability.
beanbag chairs are great, but I don't know how. It might take me a while to get up from one. Like, depending
doing
how
the
low
whole-
where it is, you have to like roll off and
that's
then
right.
pick yourself up. And so, no.
Wow,
Maybe fun,
I didn't even really think of it like that. Of like, seats where you have a voice and you're really getting something out of it. My shallow mind was just thinking, what feels the best.
Everyone always deserves a seat at the table.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, so the more serious one is, what is your definition of success?
That's tough. For me, success is knowing that I did it my way. I didn't have to bend to norms, society norms, or I mean, sometimes you might have to, but it's success doesn't mean that you have to have millions of dollars. I still pay my bills. Successes in family and friendships, and knowing that I have longevity in that, but I don't need to necessarily need to look at success as like a fancy car or a designer bag, or successes knowing that. Like for me, like just being an advocate for things, getting the chance and the opportunity to do stuff like this, or whether it be national news, or whether it be like I had the wonderful opportunity of actually currently, as of 2 weeks ago, being a part of a Supreme Court case.
Wow.
And that to me is success, because my voice got to the Supreme Court. You know, something that was involving, it's Medina versus Planned Parenthood about the Medicaid and how everyone, you know, Medicaid should be cut, and I don't think it should be. You know, Medicaid is why I was able to go to Planned Parenthood and get my contraception and get my cancer screening. So talking about my life and being someone who is on the poverty line and why all these benefits of the government are important, that is successful to me, because I got my voice to be read essentially by the highest court, just to be like, hey, this is important. This is, I'm one of many Americans who need this.
Yeah.
That is success to me.
Wow. Wow. I love that. I love that. You're awesome.
Yeah, I try.
You're awesome.
I
Yeah,
try. What was your
absolutely.
name?
Isaiah.
Saya. That is my nephew's name.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. friends call me Villy.
Billy, okay.
Like
Jasmine.
Billy, but with a V.
Okay.
Jasmine.
Yes.
It's a pleasure to meet you,
Pleasure
Jasmine.
to meet you.
I have a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
My whole niche, I guess you could say, is self-improvement, personal development.
Okay.
So I post weekly as well about just my journey,
Yeah.
things that I battle with, and how I try to overcome those things.
Yeah, and thank you for doing it. Because you know, I feel like the difference between, like I said, there's people who inspire and there's people who are influencers. It's like you're not peddling or selling anything. You're just living your life the way
That's
that
right.
you do, of just overcoming things. The same way that I'm open and honest about talking about dealing with, you know, PTSD from rape trauma. Like it's something that doesn't go away. You deal with it. The pain might subside as years go by, but you know, we're also living in a world where we just, you know, see Russell Brand get charged with something and never, you know, or, you know, there's a band that I used to listen to, their singer was in trouble a couple of years ago, and now they're making a comeback, and people are all excited. And I'm like, hey, you know, your friends who survived sexual assault and rape see your support for somebody who never apologized for, you know, so it's,
Absolutely.
there are things that are very triggersome in the world. And I'm not saying that everyone should be, I think the difference is that people don't know the difference between sympathy and empathy. And I feel like that is an important thing that it's always to get across, because people can sympathize, be like, oh, I'm so sorry, but they're glad it doesn't happen to you. But empathy is what really keeps the world going.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I work with kids with trauma. I work in a group home.
Beautiful. Thank you for doing that.
Yeah, absolutely. And
That's important.
I worked with kids with autism, so I definitely am connecting with that sentiment of sympathy, differing from empathy.
Yeah.
And how to kind of navigate through those things. So yeah, I love that.
You're doing good work, so don't let anyone tell you you're not.
Wow, thank you. I appreciate that. Seriously. Frequently people stop and be like, who you're working for, are you out here getting paid, things like that. But no, that's not the point at all.
Yeah.
It's literally just to present the opportunity for somebody to be able to speak.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So even if I sit out here for 2 hours and don't get any conversations, I
But
win
you're giving
by-
people the opportunity
Exactly.
too.
That's
Yes.
it. That's it.
Yeah.
Just the chance, right?
Yeah.
That's just the chance. Well, you've definitely been very inspiring to me,
Oh, okay.
and I hope to see you again. And if you'd
Yes.
like, I have a
Sign up.
I have a notepad over here, a little email list,
Deal.
to where anybody on the email list is the only ones that get a heads up of where I'll be.
I'll pop back down on the break and sign in.
Thank you so much. I
Yes,
appreciate
nice to
you.
meet you,
I hope to
Isaiah.
see you again soon. Yo, wait until you hear that conversation, bro. It was powerful.